So many families will look at someone who's self-employed and say, oh, that's great, that's fabulous, but that wouldn't work for my son. He's got these barriers, or she's, living with these challenges. But the more stories that are out there and the more examples that we have, and there's a lot, it can be for everyone. It's just thinking outside the box.
I think that many people understand that they're adults with disabilities have value, and they don't really know how to, in quotes, sell that to an employer. So starting a business means we get to have, as families, get to have some control over what it is that gets offered and the way in which it gets offered.
It's not very often that people think they want to be self-employed, because a lot of people don't know what they want and they don't know what they're good at, and so that's where we start pulling things out, and then we see, and then they see, wow, that's an opportunity.
Anthony at Your Service is a business that specifically employs adults with autism and other intellectual disabilities to do pickups, deliveries, and errands in the Edmonton area.
Hello.
We were realizing that there's going to have to be something. He can't go to school for his entire life. And so we started thinking, what will we do? What will we do? And we started tossing around, what does Anthony like? Well, Anthony likes traveling around, listening to music. He likes seeing the world. He likes helping. And he likes to carry things for people. And the light went on, and it was like, that's what it is, it's deliveries. So that was when Anthony at Your Service was born. It was just intended for Anthony at the beginning, but people wanted to help. So all of a sudden we had way more work than we thought. And after about the end of the first year, we started being asked to do jobs at times when we didn't have someone working with Anthony. And I thought, here's a job for more people.
I think Anthony at Your Service is a great model that other families can use. They looked at what his strengths were, and they built the business around that. And sometimes it is a really small niche, but a lot of times there is potential for that.
Alex's Assistance is a shopping business, basically. If you need items purchased, Alex will go do that for you. He is especially talented at picking cards. He's very good at finding the right card for the right person. We had Alex volunteer at a few places to see what options were out there, but for someone with Alex's disability, the challenge was finding something that he could say that he liked and he wanted to do.
Devon loves animals and loves her independence, and she really struggled finding paid employment. Everybody was encouraging her to volunteer. One of her first volunteer jobs was at a groomer's, and she found that she was doing more janitorial work than really interacting with the animals, and that frustrated her. I suggested that she open her own dog walking business, and she jumped on that. One of the things we did was create a Facebook page for her, and we also did a promotional video and put it on a Facebook page, and it really just kind of spread from there.
Step one is figuring out what our individual will want to do that's sustainable, that he or she likes to do, and that we can stay involved in. The second part is figuring out the market. Customers want to support, but they also want the service done appropriately. We want to make sure that we comply with things like having a business license. We want to make sure we've got WCB, commercial insurance, all of those things. Those are all really important things that we needed to learn about.
I think obviously for the person who's self-employed, it's empowering. It's not being isolated. Everyone feels good when they're doing something that they're good at, as opposed to being placed into a job where they're trying to make it work and it doesn't.
He likes doing it because it gets him in the community. It involves him with people. He's contributing, he feels valuable, he's proud of himself. That's what's important.
I think Alex's business is successful because it is what he loves to do. He loves to shop, he loves to be in the malls where people are, and it's rewarding when you can pick something that you love and do it for a career.
Those are beautiful.
I know that if you're thinking about self-employment for your child, that you care about his or her quality of life. And this is one way to have a lot of control and create some really unique and exciting opportunities for your son or daughter and for others.